What is happening, internet? So I'm actually going to be opening the secret Lair Spongebob Squarepants drop that happened a couple of weeks ago. So this is going to be a real fun time. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to get any rainbow foils except for, looking at it now, I think it was, here we go, the one at the end. This rainbow foil of Legends of Bikini Bottom. So I'll just be going through all of these, just kind of opening it up on video basically, because I was going to be making like a video about me opening these things up anyways, so I figured I'll do that. And there is one that I've already opened, which is this one right here. That is the Lands Under the Sea, so yeah, have fun with that one. Cool. So I already had a look inside, and we already know what kind of cards are inside, but I just wanted to show a couple of things. Firstly is this one right here. Thank you for being part of the secret lair. That's one thing. But then the cards themselves. Now, we already know what cards are going to be in here. They're going to be the basic land cards. But there's also something very particular about one of them. So we have plains right there. Maybe I'll just... Is it focusing? Oh, I'll just have to make do with what I've got. So we've got our plains here. Another plains. 2 islands, of course, of Bikini Bottom, where we've got Gary here. So we've got jellyfish fields with... Gary the snail, so 2 on the plains. Islands being Bikini Bottom. The swamp being rock bottom here. We've got mountain. That's Mount Bikini Bottom right there. 2 forests as well. This is kelp forest right there. And at the end we have I don't know if you can tell, that is a foil command tower, and it's Spongebob's house. You'll love to see it. That I didn't know that was in there. That's cool. That's cool. I really like that. So let's open up the other Land Under the Sea. Oops. See that? Open up. Oh, also it says here, who lives in the pineapple under the sea. Love it. So, got another one of these. And some more cards. So let's actually have a look. I don't think there's going to be anything that different from what I've already shown. So, 2 plains, 2 islands, 2 swamps, 2 mountains, 2 forests, and of course a command tower at the end there. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Alright, what do we have here? Internet sensation. So this is the next one we're going to be doing. So let's rip that one open. The one card I'm most looking forward to seeing is that Force of Will. Because that is, I think Force of Will, yeah, Force of Will is a game changer card after all. Got another one of these. Thank you for being part of a secret lair. And here we go. Cool, so let's, oh yeah. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Love it. Alright, so. Gonna just open this up. I'm sure my mic is picking up the audio of me opening it. So we have Counterspell, 2 blue with the mocking pose by Spongebob. So that's an instant counter target spell. Daze, 1 of any and 1 blue. You may control an island you control to its owner's hand rather than pay the cost of the spell's mana cost basically, and counter a target spell unless the controller pays 1. You want to go to your commander pod and ask, you want to pay the 1? Inevitable Betrayal, suspend 3, 2 blue, 1 of any. Search target opponent's library for a creature card and put that card onto the battlefield under your control, then that player shuffles. I love that the name is so good, because Inevitable Betrayal is from the SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob goes feral and wants to become a jellyfish, and then Patrick is trying to hunt him down. Oh, no, not Force of Will. Force of Despair was the one that I was thinking of. 2 black, 1 of any. If it's not your turn, you may exile a black card rather than pay the cost. Destroy creatures that entered this turn. Boom. Knight's Whisper. I love how it's the very shot of Squidward after he wakes up when SpongeBob whispers into his ear. 1 black, 1 of any, you draw 2 cards and you lose 2 life. Then of course we have a food token and another command tower. I think, is there a command tower in each of these? That's crazy. But yeah, food token, it's Krabby Patty. 2 of any, tap this and sacrifice this token, you gain 3 life. That's cool, that's cool. So yeah, I would have loved for these to be in rainbow foil, but unfortunately don't really have, or I was too slow on the jump for that one. So this is another internet sensation here as well. Just gonna try and open it from this side, I think. Yeah, it's a lot easier that way. Also, my back is really starting to hurt with this weird pose that I'm doing trying to record everything. Boom, thank you for being part of a secret lair. And of course, I'm ready. Aren't we all? So, crack this thing open. Counterspell, of course. Daze, got that. Why is it coming up blurry on my camera? Well, that's weird. Inevitable Betrayal, of course. How can I forget? Force of Despair. Knight's Whisper. Food Token. Krabby Patty. And a Command Tower. Very exciting stuff. And that just leaves us with Legends of Bikini Bottom. Oop, just hit the camera there. The power of friendship triumphs again. Love it. A Spongebob quote, and again another one of these. Thank you for being part of a secret lair. Alright, so this is the non-foil versions. I don't know if the mic is picking up like the very satisfying paper ripping sounds that we're seeing, but sounds really good. Alright, so we have Plankton Tiny Tyrant. 1 white legendary artifact creature, and is basically a reskin of Skrelev Defector Might. Maybe if I move it further away. It looks clearer, but yeah. Anyway, I'll probably do it from there. So basically, like the vanilla text for this, "I went to college," is just really funny and just so on the nose here. But yeah, Toxic 1, Plankton can't block, and either you pay 5 Rexian mana and tap this to choose a color. Another target creature you control gains Toxic 1 and Hexproof from that color until the end of the turn, and it can't be blocked by other creatures of that color this turn. So that's very, very neat. Mr. Crab's Penny Pincher. And this is actually Charix the Raging Isle. 2 blue, 2 of any. Legendary creature, Leviathan Crab. Spells your opponent cast... Oh, and I forgot to mention that Plankton is a 1/1, which is really funny. And how Mr. Krabs is a 0/17. That's crazy. Spells your opponent casts that target Mr. Krabs cost 2 more to cast. Yep, making it more expensive for your opponent's castings. Cool. And if you use 3 of any mana, Mr. Krabs gets plus X plus minus X until the end of the turn, where X is the number of islands you control. Oh, so Mr. Krabs could go up as high as 17-0, which is actually quite interesting. Squidward's Sarcastic Snob, 2 blue, 1 of any, is actually Gradalax Illithid Scholar, legendary creature, horror. He's a 3/2. Whenever a creature you control becomes blocked, you may return it to its owner's hand. Whenever one or more creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. And of course, his vanilla text says, "I hate all of you." Gary the Snail, 2 black, 5 of any. Legendary creature, slug, horror. And his stats are 7/7. At the beginning of each end step, put a slime counter on each creature you don't control. Creatures you don't control get -1/-1 for each slime counter on them. Whenever a creature you don't control with a slime counter on it dies, create a 1/1 black slug creature token. And if you pay 1 blue and 1 black, sacrifice Slug, draw a card. Sandy Cheeks. Martial Astronaut is a Toski, Bearer of Secrets. Legendary creature Squirrel. For 1 green, 3 of any. For a 1/1. This spell can't be countered. Indestructible. Sandy Cheeks attacks each combat phase if able. Or each combat if able. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So very much an offensive tactic. And my favorite card, basically of the entire Secret Lair, is Patrick Star. 2 red, 1 black, 4 of any. So that's a total of 7 mana. And it's basically a Barktooth Warbeard for a 6/5 legendary creature human warrior with the vanilla text, I don't get it. Basically having no effect whatsoever. And the art is just absolutely hilarious. Of course, we have, lastly, Spongebob Squarepants. If you play him as a commander, good luck, because you're going to have to play, you have the ability to play, but have to play all 5 colors. For a white, blue, black, red, green, for a 5/5 legendary creature human wizard. Legendary creatures you control gain +X/+X, where X is the number of legendary creatures you control. Whenever you cast a legendary spell from your hand, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a legendary non-land card with a lesser mana value. You may cast this card without paying its mana cost. Put the rest of the bottom of your library in a random order. Interesting. And so that's a Joda the Unifier. And of course we have another very shiny command tower right there. Very nice to see. But man, do I love seeing that Patrick Star card. Oh man, that's so good. Woo. But lastly, we now have the foil versions of them. So here we go. Rainbow foil, Legends of Bikini Bottom. True Power of Friendship triumphs again, of course. Take out the thank you for being part of Secret Lair. And oh, there we go. So Plankton, Tiny Tyrant. You can see the foil is just reflecting off of the light basically at this point. Mr. Krabs, Penny Pincher again. Squidward. Gary the Snail. Sandy Cheeks. Oh, Patrick Star looks so good. Spongebob Squarepants. And finally, of course, the Command Tower. Man, these cards look so good. Whew, you can see the foiling on that Plankton pretty well. Even though it's just kind of sitting there. But yeah, thank you very much for watching until the end of the video. And the thing is that I was going to end it there, but then I actually did get another Secret Lair drop. And so for those of you guys who have actually watched up until this point, you're basically just going to see me open up these buggers right here. The Secret Lair drop series for Deadpool. I got 2 sets of the rainbow foil, by the way, so that's going to be a fun one to kind of sit down and watch. So let's have a look. Both of these have 5 cards each. So I'm just going to open that up. God, my back is really starting to hurt with me like just standing here like this. Oh, okay. So, none of this is actually happening. There is a man at a typewriter. This is all his twisted imagination. Quoting Deadpool. Thank you for being part of a Secret Lair. Yeah, that's a new one. Oh, here are the cards. Oh, sweet. Let's have a look. I really do like how they did the vanilla text and stuff for the SpongeBob ones. But yeah. The Deadpool ones are just as funny. So we've got Deadpool trading card. 1 red, 1 black, 2 of any for a legendary creature. Mutant Mercenary Hero. As Deadpool enters, you may exchange this text box, his text box and another creature's. Okay. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 3 life. pay 3 to sacrifice this creature. Each other player draws a card. And in the vanilla text it says, draw me like one of your French cards, which is just very, very funny. Deadly Rollick, 1 black, 3 of any. Instant, if you control a commander, you may cast the spell without paying its mana cost. Exile target creature. So as long as you have your commander active, you can just play this card. I normally charge for my Merc services, but I just can't say no to someone who controls the commander, says the vanilla text. Saw in half, which is basically just Deadpool being sawn in half. 1 black, 2 of any. Instant, destroy target creature. If that creature dies this way, its controller creates 2 tokens that are copies of the creature, except that power is half that creature's power and their toughness is half that creature's toughness. Basically, you literally saw one of your guys in half and give them half power, half toughness. Don't try this at home, kids. Magic is super dangerous. Blasphemous Act. 1 red, 8 of any. Sorcery. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature on the battlefield. Blasphemous Act deals 13 damage to each creature, which is insane because that is basically a board wipe unless you've got, some Eldrazi monsters in play. Then we have Vandal Blast. Destroy target artifact you don't control, so this is for 1 red, sorcery. And you can overload this card with 1 red, 4 of any. Look at me, I'm Chandra Nalar. I actually don't know what that's a reference to. And then we have Harmless Offering with Lady Deadpool in the background there. 1 red, 2 of any, sorcery. Target opponent gains control of target permanent you control. Oh, isn't Jeff just the cutest, most adorable cuddle baby? The biting means he likes you, Gwenpool. Wait, so I think that's Jeff the Land Shark, if I remember right. So that's actually very funny. Anyway, and so I'm just going to open up the last slot that I have here because my back is absolutely killing me with this weird pose that I'm doing to do that. But yeah, there you go. None of this is actually happening. This is a man at a typewriter. This is all his twisted imagination. Of course, can't forget the little card in there. Plus, the actual cards themselves. I actually didn't talk about the power and toughness of some of these cards, especially for the creatures. So Deadpool here is a 4 mana 5/3. Deadly Rollick is just a spell, an instant for Saw in half, a sorcery for Blasphemous Act, a sorcery for Vandal Blast, and Harmless Offering also being a sorcery speed spell. So yeah, that's basically the secret lair drops that I got, 2 of them. I was originally only going to do the Spongebob one, but I happened to also receive the Deadpool stuff on the same day I received the last lot of Spongebob cards, so I figured, hey, why the hell not? Let's just make a combined video for both. But yeah, like I said, watching till the end, that's kind of the best thing that you can do to help a channel. But with all that being said though, let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel. I'm aiming for 500 subs by the end of the year. And with all that being said, I do upload every day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.